All right, I think, yes, we are good to go. So let us begin. I would like to invite for this product showcase our first entity here, that is EarthID. I would request Mr. Sharat Chandra to step up on the stage. He's a research and strategy guy, so I'm sure a lot coming up from his way. Please put your hands together for Mr. Sharat Chandra.
Thanks for the introduction and good morning, everyone. So I represent EarthID, a decentralized identity management platform. We are a UK-based company and we're expanding in the US, India, and we are also looking at newer markets like APAC and Middle East. In India, we're working closely with partners like Tech Mahindra, Mindtree, and in Europe, we're working with Fujitsu. So our GTM is more towards working closely with system integrators and Big Four firms to take our solution to the end customers. Now, coming back to this particular platform, we are a decentralized identity management platform, and what we do is we help organizations and businesses make it seamless and easy to onboard, verify, issue digital credentials in a secure and seamless manner. So without any further ado, I would request to maybe get this video started. It's a short video for 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you.
Great capabilities of EarthID platform, including reusable KYC. As you can see on the screen, we have the EarthID app on the right-hand side. The user can select the language preference. Now, the user can register his EarthID either by scanning an ID card or by providing some basic information manually. In this demo, we will go with the manual registration. As you can see, the EarthID of the user is generated and they can download a QR code as a backup, which can be used for porting or recovering their EarthID in the future. Now the user can set the security of the app using Touch ID, Face ID, or passcode. Here we will go with the Face ID option. Now the user can digitize any of their existing ID cards by scanning or uploading it from the phone. Let's move on to the reusable KYC piece. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, we have a browser with the bank's portal. The user can now authenticate themselves using passwordless authentication by just scanning a dynamic QR code. After logging in, the user can share their KYC documents by scanning a QR code. The user receives a notification on the app to authorize sharing of the requested information. Once the user provides consent, the requested information is shared with the bank using selective data disclosure model. can then issue the user a KYC token on successful verification. As you can see, the user has now received a KYC token in his wallet. Now let's use this KYC token to apply for an insurance. The user can just scan a dynamic QR code on the insurance portal to share his KYC token to prove that he has already completed KYC. Once the insurance department receives the KYC token, they can verify its validity against the ledger. The user journey can be customized as per the needs. I hope this demo has been useful. For any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your time. Just wanted to inform that this particular reusable KYC we're exploring with one of the leading financial companies in APAC. And a couple of Indian banks have also shown interest how they can tweak this and get it done in the Indian context. Any questions, anyone? I'll be more than happy to answer. Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, we understand that there is a platform to create unique IDs called as EarthID. But see, today India market use Aadhaar because Aadhaar is, everybody accepts Aadhaar. So how do you make sure that this is accepted at multiple places, or then if it is not accepted, what is the point of having EarthID?
See, so our goal is to make sure that the digital IDs or digital documents which are, or let's say even physical documents which are issued, right, they can be made more tamper-proof with respect to verifiable credentials. So there's a concept of verifiable credentials native to blockchain technology, which allows individuals and organizations to convert a digital document in a tamper-proof manner using cryptography, so that your data cannot be tampered.
RBI or NPCI today, Indian regulatory bodies accept this?
So this particular, so if you look at Aadhaar 2.0, the new Digital India team, they're also looking at certain elements of selective data disclosure, and that's where the concept of zero knowledge proof, and that's where this verifiable credential comes in. If I digitize a digital document using verifiable credentials, I can share that certain pieces of that particular document to say that, okay, I'm more than 21 years of age, right? Rather than actually revealing my exact date of birth. But in the current context, in the Aadhaar XML will reveal much more than what is required, right? Let's say if you look at your address verification, right? So the current XML will reveal your, let's say, flat number, your street number, your PIN code, right? And that's where the Aadhaar 2.0, the new version of Aadhaar, will be looking at zero knowledge proof, how you can use zero knowledge proof to only specify certain elements, just the PIN code number, just the block, right? Not exactly the flat number. So that's where selective data disclosure can be made possible using zero knowledge proof, verifiable credentials, and I hope Aadhaar will be able to drive that further.
Okay. And see, for example, today the biggest use case is that when you are driving and somebody's asked your driving license.
Right.
And you might not carry a digital, or even people don't even carrying a wallet or a purse with them these days, right? So how do you replace? Are you thinking that you will be able to replace such scenario, or say that the police will start accepting the EarthIDs?
I don't see that happening in near future, because we already have DigiLocker, and DigiLocker is already being accepted. But if you look at even the future of DigiLocker as a wallet, and that's where even the Aadhaar team is working with Open Wallet Foundation. So Open Wallet Foundation was launched by the Linux Foundation, an open source foundation where they're looking at making privacy-preserving interoperable wallets. So the future of DigiLocker essentially will be a composite wallet where, as of now, it's a document wallet, right? Document repository.
It's a document,
but can the future be a Web3 wallet where a DigiLocker can evolve to become a composite wallet? I can make payments using that wallet. When I say payments, not only the digital payments, but payments in the Web3 space, let's see. Can I use a central bank digital currency or a stable coin? Because stable coins are a reality, right? If you look at the payment landscape, they're already a reality. And Aadhaar team, Mr. Pramod Verma statement is out there. He has kind of accepted or acknowledged the importance of verifiable credentials. If you can just Google out Open Wallet Foundation. And we as EarthID are one of the contributors to the Open Wallet Foundation.
Okay.
It's an open source community, and being an identity player, identity has a bigger role to play when it comes to mainstreaming Web3 adoption.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions, anyone? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharath. And also for our next presenters, may we please request to follow the guidelines over the time constraint. That is one thing that we would really want you to be specific. And of course, we can address a couple of questions if time permits. Well, coming up right next for the product showcase, we have with us CEO Doreming, Mr. Masahiro Takasaki. Please put your hands together for Mr. Masahiro.
Hello, everyone. I'm Masa, CEO of Doreming. We believe our everyday hard-working history is the power of better financial services. Yeah. Oh. So why India follows the same as Japan in 1960 when economies are booming? We forget environment and people. And when we ask the government body, and they say not enough money. So how are we able to secure funds? We have two for this solution. One, government borrow wages from workers and repays later with interest. There are three benefits. One, secure funds initially. Two, reduce foreign debt. Three, giving millions of workers for the first time earning interest. And two, when we actually make payment and transaction, taxes are automatically collected not to the store, but paid to IRS tax office in real time. Our founder Yoshi used to be a chef for 10 years and franchise manager for 10 years. The deadly earthquake changed his life and started his own business, which is focusing on increased quality of life of the workers. The system is built by the person who really knows what's on the ground. Our competitive advantage is the system which is helping employer to motivate and retain their people. You see, like for instance, allowance, you get 200 rupee when you clean toilet, and you get another 200 rupee when you go delivery during the raining, and you get 20 rupee when you peel shrimp. So you want to peel as fast as possible to get motivated. This was one of the best practice when he was managing his franchise stores. Our product is all-in-one HR payroll platform that allow employee to get paid today, and we are also helping the government to collect taxes in real time. We have localized to Telangana state, Vietnam, UK, and Saudi Arabia. Doreming is a comprehensive HR and payroll management features, from HR attendance payroll to annual returns and more. Anyday Payday is invented to fight against payday loans. It's currently used average 5.6 times a month, and it helps the company to attract and retain their peoples. We are account aggregator to streamline people work and access. And we are helping users instantly find job for loan repayment. And let me show you a demo. So here's employee pratique. So You actually clock in, clock out. When you finish work, you actually check and confirm your attendance. Now his boss is approving your attendance and payout, and he's actually search, pratik and check. And these days he starts work from 8 to 6 p.m. Okay, it's confirmed. And now boss is going to also approve for the payout in advance. Select pratik, and again, just one click, confirm, and allowing pratik being able to advance payroll. And for the pratik, so he can actually see how much he has accrued of his earned wages. And now he's actually transferring his earned wages from employer to him. And once he actually sends to his earned wages to his payment wallet, he can go to the store and he can actually make payment. And let's assume 300 rupee worth of groceries. And once he make payment, the point is that the taxes are also sent to IRS tax office in real time. Okay, can you go back to slide? So the key is it's real-time, automatic, accurate with hassle-free for company to deal with taxes. When we serve blue-collar workers in India, South Asia, Africa, and South America, when the government borrows at 5% of wages from workers, it's estimated $294 billion. And when we make payment, when the government collects taxes in real time at 10%, it's estimated $500 billion. These are the amount that the government can invest into infrastructure and create jobs. The market size of microfinance is estimated $589 billion. We lend hard workers to buy their tools. Our business model is monthly subscription of our HR and payroll platform and transactions on financial services such as microfinance. We want to create safe and secure society with dreams and hubs by partnering with NGOs, banks, ESG investors, and governments. Our team had 25-year experience in HR, payroll, and banking integration. Our R&D is conducted in India and Japan, sales and marketing in the UK, cyber security in Northern Ireland and Israel. Our team has committed to make social impact on 2 billion workers globally through collaboration. After we reached 200,000 users with $3 million, we have been expanding to 5 geographies: US, UK, India, Saudi, and Singapore. We have 23 patents of new financial services, including revenue share finance and any-day payday. And to challenge poverty and inequality, we are looking for partners with financial institutions. We are also looking for investors. So let's talk. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
All right, indeed an insightful presentation that we just witnessed. And coming up next for the next product showcase, I would like to call upon founder and CEO Winvesta, Mr. Swastik Nigam, on stage, please. Please put your hands together for Mr. Swastik.
Hi, thank you all. Winvesta is basically providing global banking and investing as a stack to financial services providers here in India. I just hope I get to do this right. Excellent. So who are we? We are regulated by the UK's regulator, the FCA. We're regulated as a payments bank as well as a broker. Each of the leadership members have at least 15 years of experience in global financial services. Who do we work with? We work with payment gateways as being the collection agents for them globally. We work with banks to, again, similarly provide them an offshore banking ecosystem, a quasi-branch network which they would otherwise not have. We work with wealth managers to provide them with their offshore investing and wealth management stack, and to brokers in providing them their overseas brokerage stack as well. When we think of the challenges today, one of the key challenges is transparency. When you receive money from the rest of the world, when you're trying to make transactions in the rest of the world, the forex charges are unclear. And if you do figure out a way to be able to receive them, international payment gateways may charge you an arm and a leg and may shylock you out of it. There's a lack of control. You don't know when your domestic bank may receive the money, what's finally the amount that you would get as well. What do we bring to the table thus? We provide you the offshore banking stack together, an offshore investing stack, and unique productized offshore solutions as well, nuanced for each and every use case based on your needs with the rest of the world. And how can you use Winvesta? If you're an individual, you'd use it to diversify your wealth. You'd use it to save for future milestones, for example, for your children's education internationally. Today, you can't do anything other than rupee savings domestically. Winvesta would give you an overseas bank account, and then you can systematically save up inside that in dollars, pounds, euros, in over 37 plus currencies. You can think of migration by investment, EB5 programs, or citizenship and residency in Europe by saving up inside here. And if you're a freelancer, to receive your foreign income into India. If you're a business and you're serving exporters or you're an exporter yourself, we have a large number of exporters who use Winvesta's product stack to receive collections locally in the US, UK, Europe, Canada, and very soon Singapore, and bring it back far more seamlessly to India. It allows any Indian entity to start thinking globally as part of setting up their subsidiaries, their international legal entities as well. If you're a D2C product and you're looking at expanding globally, this is perfect for you. And not to mention, if you think of bank accounts for representative offices, which a traditional bank in that geography would not provide you. We are really, really quick with onboarding. You can open your international brokerage account or your bank account within a matter of minutes. Your onboarding process itself will take no more than 2 to 5 minutes to fill out your forms. And while we do this, we leverage the India stack. So it's no more than your PAN and Aadhaar card, no SSNs, no passports required in opening your international accounts with us. So as we spoke, we have global banking, global investing. I'm just going to drill down briefly into global banking. You get a named account after your onboarding process, which lasts just a few minutes, within 1 to 2 days. Very low transparent fees, commissions, everything is clear, unlike traditional banking networks where you might only find out tomorrow how you were fleeced yesterday. You can bank in over 34 currencies. You have free local receipts in dollars, pounds, euros, sterling as well. And even though you have all of these as local currencies, there's no limitations from how many countries you can bring this in from. So rather than going country to establish a new payment rail, you can already collect from over 180 countries through Winvesta. And while all of that's great and happening in the rest of the world, you get local support here in India. All of our customer support, compliance team sits here in India. We understand India KYC really well. What are some of the features of the multi-currency account? Like we mentioned, you've got local US accounts. You get an ACH FedWire capability locally in the US. You get a UK sort code account number. We're part of UK Faster Payments in that. You get a SEPA account in euros, right? Yes, Brexit's happened, but we're still part of SEPA, right? We get a local CAD account in Canada as well. And if none of these 4 currencies are what you're looking for, you still get one SWIFT account in which you can hold over 34 plus currencies. When we think and we stand in the shoes of exporters, right, you get far greater transparency. You receive funds far quicker than in traditional SWIFT networks as well. And it's very easy to reconcile because you're not getting bulk payments and then FXed already into your local accounts. You can view each and every line item very clearly. But then think of the customers of those clients, right? Your buyer who's sitting in the US is making a local payment. Your buyer in the UK is making a local payment. Your buyer in Europe is making a local payment. And thus it settles far quicker. It's a far greater user experience for them too. We are regulated by the FCA, but we don't hold and custody the cash ourselves. The cash is custodied with other third-party banks. There are 3 levels of regulated entities which are protecting your money. So, God forsake, should anything happen to us, your money is still going to be safe. May touch upon the global investment stack. We work with investment advisors to give them an offshore wealth product on demand. Today people are looking for frictionless global investing, diversifying their client money, looking at standalone bank accounts where needed to make themselves look like a full stack global private bank. And finally, they want a place where they can manage all the admin with respect to the international bank investing themselves too. Today, we already have a self-directed US brokerage product, very soon going into being completely zero commission. We have research and content as well that we provide to give, as not only are we giving access to new markets, but customers in India don't know where to invest. We give a daily free newsletter, which the rest of the world pays for, to our customers as part of their journey in becoming global investors too. How can you work with us? If you're a payment gateway, or if you're a payment gateway, you have an OPGSP license, you can work with us by us being your global collections partner. If you're a bank, we serve your H&I, your wealth franchise, as well as your SME franchise for their global collections too. If you're a wealth manager, we become your embedded international private bank. And if you're a domestic broker, we give you a plug-and-play offshore brokerage product too. In building this, we've been advised with some of the best names, from India across legal, finance, as well as from fintechs in the UK as well. And we were most recently awarded the most innovative fintech product for UPI-based cross-border investing, which we launched at the end of last year. This was part of the RBI second cohort and has now been regularized in the last few weeks. So we always ensure that we're making multiple firsts. Not only was that the first, we launched the first ever multi-currency account for an India customer on the India stack. And we launched the first ever global collections product to complement an Indian OPGSP stack as compared to anything that was provided before too. That's a very quick, product showcase about what we do and the breadth of it. Our vision is to provide the whole broad financial services offshore stack for an Indian customer, an Indian partner, but we also, value our British heritage, and by extension, are also looking at working with other Commonwealth countries, right? Significantly beyond just India too. You can scan that QR code to get in touch with us very quickly, should anything interest you. But very happy to take a few questions. We have, I think, about 3 minutes for it. Yes, please.
Firstly, congrats, Swastik. Phenomenal progress and incredible product.
Thanks.
Interested from a potential customer point of view, as a business customer. I've had like a horrible experience with one of the high street banks in the UK to open a USD denominated account. So I would be delighted to even get one account with you guys, let's say in a week's time. That's still incredible. I think you guys can do it much faster.
Yes.
But that'll be...
In fact, 20% of our customers have come organically, and our British customers as business customers itself. We'd be very happy to help you. Sandeep here heads product in my team, and you can, of course, just trade contacts, and we'll get you up.
Wonderful, wonderful. We'll do that. Thank you.
Sure. Any others? Great. Well, if there's any partnership opportunity, please feel free to reach out to us. Delighted to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, give it up for Swastik. Thank you. And of course, Sandeep is here. So one, in case if you would like to network around, that is surely an opportunity to look forward to. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite founder and CEO, AssetVault, Mr. Vishnu Teja Chandi with us, please.
Hey guys, I'm going to try and keep this as conversational. It's wonderful to get so many audiences here. Quick question, what is the one thing that we all have in common in this room? You can take a guess. Yeah, and what else? We're all Homo sapiens, so don't give me that answer. Other than that, phones? Sure, but not everybody has assets. Well, the answer is death. We're all gonna die, for sure. Like there's no second thoughts about it. And I want to start on a very positive note. So I figured, why don't we talk about death? The reason we exist as a company is because I lost my uncle 5 years ago. And unfortunately, his death taught me something. He passed away without a will and testament. And it took us nearly 18 months to just understand what all his assets were. And eventually, it led to an ugly family dispute that could easily have been avoided. With that as a background, I think the other point I would like to make is we're all working extremely hard. I'm probably in one of the most highly financially aware audience in the country today. All of you guys have digital assets, physical assets. You're working super hard, hoping for retirement and saving as much as you can. But did you know that there's nearly 25,000 crores of rupees lying unclaimed in FDs and insurance policies in India alone? And the future is digital, which means your family will have no clue about your pension, your digital funds, your crypto accounts, and of course, even your FDs. There's not going to be a paper trail for that. So we are introducing Asan Will in India. For those who don't speak Hindi, Asan Will means easy will. And will is the simplest financial document that ensures that intergenerational wealth transfer is done seamlessly. So we're picking a very old problem, a very archaic problem, and a problem that addresses each and every one of us. However, we're using technology to make it easy. So we are India's first truly end-to-end digital-first provider. It's extremely simple to write a will with us. The one-line pitch, if you only remember this, is it takes you probably 10 minutes to get a 100% legally valid will from the comfort of your home on a phone or a desktop, and you can get peace of mind. It's 5,000, but more importantly, you can rest assured that your assets plus your legacy is in good hands. So after extensive research in the Indian market, we've discovered that the consumers are actually looking for help. Now at this point, I'd like my second question. How many of you have heard about a will? Yeah, it's quite a lot. How many of you have written a will? That's one in probably 25 audiences in India's most, or one of the world's biggest financial hubs. Now let me ask you another question, because I've established that we're all going to die. Would your family members have any clue about your bank accounts, crypto accounts, your personal wealth, should something happen to you? So I see a lot of people nodding their heads that that's not the case. So this is precisely the problem Asan Will is solving. We're post-revenue, we've already signed up, and I'm proud to tell you that we've helped several Indian families already in just the last 1 quarter. We've raised a 7-figure round from one of the world's leading media investment platforms, and we will be bringing this to India B2C, and our mission is to ensure that we are promoting the awareness. This is a product, it's not for the wealthy. We're going after the middle and upper middle Indians who are 300 to 400 million audiences. That's several UKs, probably like 1.5 US. And this is the India that's going to build a lot of wealth for itself and its family. So these are some of the customers. I see lots of women here. I'm actually going to highlight this. Did you know that if you are a working woman and you acquired your own self-acquired property, in the absence of children, if you're married, without a will, all your wealth goes to your husband. And if you don't have and in the absence of your husband, it goes to the husband's heirs. It doesn't go to your parents. It doesn't go to your siblings. It's game over. And of course, there are several high-risk segments, such as cohabiting couples, the numbers of which in India is increasing at an exponential rate. People are getting married later. If you guys buy something together without a will, once again, it goes to the blood relatives. You wouldn't get anything. LGBTQ, India has 135 million people and counting, no marital rights. And of course, people who've recently recovered from COVID and are going through divorce, another huge legal hassle. Simple product. This is what a will actually looks like. I don't know how many of you have seen a will. I thought I'll show it to you. This is the Asan will template, and it's ridiculously simple. If somebody can just click on that and play. Ah, cool, that works. So it takes 30 seconds for sign up. And that's it. You're into the step one, which is you just need to let us know who your spouse is, if you have kids, if you've got any basic assets. Once you give us that information, I've got our legal head, Monica, here, and Saket, our ops lead. Please come and talk to them. She basically gets the information. All the information is confidential because she's a lawyer, and nobody else, even I, don't have access to this. And the way we've designed the system is to ensure complete confidentiality. And that's it. By the end of this journey, it's super simple. You get a will draft from Monica and her team. And if you guys are happy, then you can get the final will draft. And we will get it notarized in your city, 30 minutes away from home, and even registered in your city. So we are already live in all the metropolitan cities in India, and Tier 2 and Tier 3 as well. So for us, I think success would be, by the end of the day today, I want you guys to think about this as a concept. And because Indians are horrible at talking about death, but unfortunately, the last 2 years, if they've taught us anything, it is to make sure that we plan for the worst. These are some of the ads that we posted earlier this month. So as you can see, very simple, straightforward. I would love to get some ideas from this audience, because I think we are trying to create a product in a market that doesn't truly exist. And I would love all the guidance and suggestions from everybody here across multiple languages, countries, and of course, different demographics, age groups. So please meet us and tell me what you think. What is the resistance? If you've not made a will, why haven't you made? And if you've made a will, I would love to know why you've made one. For us, it'll be a phenomenal success if we are able to at least protect a few families from the hassle of running around courts, spending like nearly several months and thousands of rupees. And that's it. Really, the last point I'd like to make is we are actually building a repository of assets. So some of the seasoned folks here already understood it. We built all of your rich customer data that we can help essentially add value to you through the rest of your life. So wills is just the acquisition harpoon for us. What we are really building is the asset database. So thank you very much for your time. I'm not sure if you've got any time for questions, but please meet us later if you don't.
Well, quite a thought-provoking session, or rather a showcase that we just witnessed. We wish the team all the very best. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Business Development Executive. We have with us Ms. Shering Chukitamang from Agvesto for the next presentation. Please put your hands together for the lovely lady in pink.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Hello everyone, I'm Shering Chukitamang, and I'm Business Development Executive in Agvesto. So we as Agvesto, we believe in building a better planet with food security through sustainable agriculture. And as Agvesto, we are a UK-based insurance broker company who have recently expanded their journey in India as Agvesto Limited, Indian Limited, Private Limited, and Agvesto IMF. When we talk about problem, there is like massive increase in population, there is increase in globalization resulting in global warming, and that leads in decrease in food, water, infrastructure, and resource availability. We are trying to focus to bring down the solution. Countries have already issued, they are practicing on self-development, sustainable development goals, but we need to think higher than that. We need to change our thinking from developing, emerging model to cross-border model where investment and insurance can be taken. Like I said, Agvesto is a UK-based insurance company. Agvesto is a technological business that is offering parametric insurance protection to the farmers and agribusiness against climate-related natural hazards. Here are the 3 areas where Agvesto is they are focusing. First we have mobilization of capital. Second area is providing insurance for crop protection, rural health, machinery, logistics, and trade credits. And in third area, we are focusing on trade exchange. So this is what, as an Agvesto, we are working on. Agvesto has 4 segments that is targeted. First is agriculture, second is aquaculture, third is livestock, fourth is energy. Agvesto is targeting in this whole sector that we are providing end-to-end coverages from seed to sale. In producer, that would be from seed to the harvesting. We are providing production weather insurance, we are providing shortfall insurance. And when the produce is ready from the field, it is taken by a logistic, where we are providing logistic machinery cargo insurance. And when it reaches to the agri companies and product manufacturers, there we have trade credit insurance. Here are some of the partners we are working on. As said before, Agvesto has its branch already in UK and USA. It has extended its branch in India, where we are working with retail channels, aggregators, NBFCs, and banks. We have in the right-hand side, you can see these are the biggest brands we have partnered with. In the last slide, we have product. As a broker, UK-based company, we are not only a broker, but we focus on product creation as well, where Agvesto collects the data and information looking at the historical laws, farm productivity, earth observation, weather station, and land profile. All this information and data is gathered, and then we sit with the underwriters and we help them in creating a product. This is the nutshell, like a short summary of Agvesto, and we are here to make a change, and we seek partners who can join along with us. Thank you. If there's any question, you are free to. If it's not, fine.
Well, that was Agvesto's pitch. And last but not the least, we have founder, Mortgage Cart, Mr. Amol Karve with us. Please put your hands together for Mr. Karve to lead you through his showcase.
Hi, morning everyone. Just give a minute for the presentation to come up. But I'll just quickly introduce myself. My name is Amol Karve. I'm the founder and CEO of Mortgage Cart. We are a UK-based mortgage intermediary. And over the next few slides, I'll just take you through the product that we have recently developed. So can we, let me just use this. Okay, so quick snapshot of Mortgage Cart. We are a digital mortgage intermediary based in the UK with all our development center in India. So we develop software in India and actually deploy it in the UK. At the moment, we have a captive mortgage brokerage that serves UK customers and helps them, find mortgages for their homes. But we've got another side to our business, which is that we are actually starting to develop as a B2B SaaS provider for the platform and the technology that we have developed for other insurance brokers, for mortgage brokers, and eventually even banks. Our customers at present are UK individuals, limited company, special purpose vehicles that have mortgage or life insurance needs. But going forward, we will be also trying to rope in banks and other financial intermediaries to use our software. And then the final part is that we are actually starting to develop a business to actually attract overseas high net worth individuals as clients wanting to invest in the UK. Basically, at the moment, our revenues broadly come from the mortgage brokerage, but we are starting to see some revenues come from the B2B SaaS side as well. We've got a team of about 25 people spread across both UK and India, and we're growing at present. So the software team is developing, and we've just recently developed a new product, which I'd like to showcase next. So the product that we've developed is called Mortgage Alert. Basically, customers today don't monitor their mortgages actively. And a mortgage typically is the biggest financial product that most of us buy. It certainly has the most amount of cost across our lifetimes because our homes tend to be the most expensive things that we end up buying. So many customers tend to be on suboptimal rates because people don't actively monitor their mortgages. They don't necessarily understand what choices they have and how they can actually improve their costs. They don't think about their cost of debt over the lifetime of the debt. It's just a transactional arrangement or a transactional decision that is often made. They miss opportunities to consolidate unsecured debt and reduce the overall cost of their debt. And finally, they don't understand how to use leverage to actually benefit and improve their financial situation. So what we have developed is Mortgage Alert, which is a direct-to-customer monitoring tool that helps customers like you and I be on top of their home loans or their mortgages. The idea is very simple. You take one-time data from the customer and you help them understand what better deals exist in the market, not just now, but on a continuing basis as their mortgage balances change, their home prices change, as well as the supply or availability of mortgages and interest rates in the economy changes. We have already used this tool on about 1,000 clients, and we can see a much better retention and engagement with clients who are actually on the tool. So we can already see that people who have signed up to the tool are engaging with it frequently, are giving us good feedback on how they're getting better ideas on perhaps debt consolidation or looking for the right deals, or even being alerted to refinancing in time as interest rates, certainly in the UK markets, seem to be going up and up and up. We've also developed a B2B2C proposition, which we are now starting to showcase to clients in the UK, but we believe that this application has got legs in India as well. So at the moment, we are talking to a couple of fintechs in the UK, challenger banks basically, who can use this product as a way to actually acquire mortgage relationships or even test their way into the mortgage market and understand as to how receptive or how rate sensitive their clients are. So there are some early steps that we have made to understand how to penetrate the B2B market, and that's still a work in progress. It's still evolving to that point. What I'd like to now show is a quick demo of the beta version. It was a tool that we built during the hackathon, that we recently participated in. But I'll just give you a sense of what that tool does. Hopefully that will kind of get the concept right.
A mortgage monitoring service. Over the next few minutes, let's go through the key features of this Android journey. This tool can sit inside a mobile banking app where, given the customer is already signed in, no further authorization is required. The tool is presented here on the landing page of the app alongside day-to-day banking accounts, or could also be shown as part of a menu of options. There are 3 simple steps. The customer confirms their details. Alternative options are evaluated instantly and presented. If there is a better deal available, they can initiate the switch straight away, or they're notified when a better deal is available in the future. The customer's personal details with the bank are displayed here. These details are pre-filled using the current KYC data on the customer, with the option for them to be editable if anything has changed. Their address can also be pre-filled using existing data on them. If the user wants to update this address or is monitoring their mortgage for another property, they can edit this. In this example, a UK address API service is used, but this can be substituted for another API such as Google address or can be manually entered. The next screen has 3 questions which have a default selection made based on the most common mortgage types, or these can be manually answered. Questions can also be changed dynamically based on customer response. Bear in mind the customer has so far not keyed anything in, they've only confirmed answers. The next screen is to confirm the lender. This can be pre-filled with the user's payment data or with CIBIL data, or the customer can manually select the provider. If external data points are not easily available, customers can input some details, as all mortgage details may not be available on CIBIL. The current interest rate is pre-calculated, as this is not something many customers necessarily remember, but they can override this number if they so wish. So, the user has keyed in about 5 or 6 answers, and the rest have all been pre-filled. On to the results now. At this point, all inputs are saved and details of the current deal are displayed. The next time they wish to monitor their mortgage, they will be brought straight here. Customers can edit their details if they think something needs changing. They can also set alert thresholds, so they receive notification only when the saving is meaningful. Finally, the customer is shown the best deals available and how much such a deal will save them in monthly payments and overall cost. They can also commence the switching process straight away if they find a better deal. This tool is being extended beyond mortgage monitoring to sharpen eligibility by asking for more details and learning more about the customer, or helping them calculate how much they can borrow additionally against their mortgage, or for financial coaching by helping them understand the impact of overpayments on their mortgage.
Okay, great. Hopefully this gave you a perspective of what the product is all about. Can we go back to the presentation, please? Thank you. So with, for example, a bank which has a significant presence, there is a potential for banks to actually improve home loan penetrations for their CASA clients, as an example. It can also create the ongoing engagement that I mentioned with their own either home loan customers, or for that matter their broader customer group, and facilitate reduced customer attrition. So there are many advantages that banks can have in 3 terms really. One, improving sales, second is improving engagement, and third is improving retention. So all these benefits banks can get straight away, and therefore we believe that this is a good product for banks to actually partake in. I'll stop here. Happy to take any questions. Okay, thank you.
Well, with this, the product showcase supported by HSBC and, of course, nominated by UKFO comes to an end here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in and being a part of this lovely product showcase. Up next, we also have an interesting workshop coming up as our future presentation, talking about the future of supply chains and how digitalization of payments can actually be really helpful. So the ones who would like to stay back are most welcome. Thank you for your time and have a great day ahead.